Shri Danish Moin sir, Professor, Department of History. He'll be Maulana Azad, National Urdu University, Hyderabad. He'll be presenting and giving a lecture on coins of Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan and Nizams. Sir is an authority on Hyder and Tipu coins. He has written several papers on this particular subject. So it will be a great honor for us to listen to him. I request all the collectors to come and kindly occupy the front row, please.
Oh, may I have your attention, please? You are requested to take your seat, and I'm just going to talk not more than 50 minutes or 40 minutes. You please sit, and I'm going to discuss something with you related with your own subject, with numismatics, with the coins. First of all, I would like to say thanks to Falcon Coin Gallery, the organizer, particularly Mr. Kirti Parekh, who has given me this opportunity to speak before you people. And I also wish all of you for great success for Falcon Coin Gallery and Bangalore Coin Exhibition. What I'm going to speak to you is about the coins of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan and the Nizam, some observation. Why it is very interesting to understand why this topic is very interesting. When we talk about these two dynasties, one dynasty was having control in the region of Mysore, that was in Karnataka, another was controlling in the region of Andhra Pradesh or Mala, presently Telangana, you can say in Telangana. So these two powers emerged in 18th century. 18th century in India has a very important and significant history of India because it made a lot of changes in the history of India. We can see what important changes taken place. I just said about the Mysore and Hyderabad has been two major powers, which I explained you just now. It is being just written. You can note down if you want to see it. In Mysore, second half of 18th century, two ruler control, that was Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, roughly 40 years, 38 years. In 40 years, they have ruled almost a good area of Karnataka and part of Andhra also, they were having some control. Mainly Karnataka was their own region. Mysore was, Seringapatam was their capital, so from there they were controlling the region. Then we have another important dynasty which is called Asaf Jahi dynasty or Hyderabad Nizam we generally call. They came into existence in 1724, but they continued to rule for a long period, that was till 1948, till it was taken by the government of India. So this was the two dynasty which I am going to discuss with you. Now, coming to what I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very interesting topic which I am going to discuss with you. Because 18th century in India has a different style of coinage. My question is that whether the coins of Mysore and Hyderabad continue the coinage tradition of India. Because 18th century in India we have a different style of coinage tradition and we want to ask one question, whether they followed or not the same thing. That is the one question which I am going to answer. The second, the second is, what are the typology? My question is whether they continued the style of Mughal or they adapted their own style. That is the question which I am going to answer you. The second point is that, what is the next type of typology they have introduced? Their typology is related with the Mughal typology or they introduced their own. This is the topic which I am going to discuss with you. Here is, when you talk about 18th century coinage, it was largely based on Mughal coinage tradition, that was the Aurangzeb style and continued for a long period. Many of the coin dealers who are dealing here, you can see the coins of Aurangzeb are a good number. You can see the coins, what type of Mughal coins they were issuing. What type of their coins, what type of coins they are dealing, they can see. Then we have another important point which is here. Hyder Ali and Tippu. Hyder Ali is two important points I am going to discuss with Hyder Ali. Number one, Hyder Ali followed the coinage tradition of both South India and the Mughal pattern. South India means Nayakas and Vijayanagar. What type he followed, that I am going to discuss. And second, he also followed the Mughal tradition. So his coinage was issued both in Mughal tradition as well as in the coinage tradition of Mughal. This was one question. His gold and copper coins were primarily issued with the South Indian pattern, both in weight standard and content of the coins. While the silver coins were issued on the pattern of name of the Shah Alam II with weight standard of over 11 gram. Now I want to see the coin. Show you the coin. See, this is the coin. What is there? On the one side, Shiv Parvati is depicted. Shiv Parvati is a Hindu deity and that is shown on the coins, and Hyder Ali continued the type of the same thing. Why he issued? Because the particular type of coins were in circulation in the region of South India. Nayakas, Vijayanagar and all that they have taken. So he has adapted the South Indian tradition. That was the most important thing. He adapted the South Indian tradition, local tradition, prevalent in the Karnataka region, Mysore region. He simply continued. Only change he made, one later introduced Hey. The second side we tried, this is alphabet H. H is, we call Hey. Hey means Hyder. So one side he is giving his own alphabet, first letter, other side Shiv Parvati. So we have a coins wherein Shiv Parvati has been depicted. This coin weight around 3.5 gram weight is standard, 3.5 weight is standard, pagoda weight is standard, and that is prevalent only in the southern part of the country, not in northern India. Mughal were not issuing in this pattern. Their coins were issued on 11 gram or 10 gram. That was the thing. So this is a typical local tradition coin followed by Hyder Ali. The second thing is that this is a gold coin, but I don't have a good quality. That was the reason I have taken a black and white photograph. That is a Mughal pattern, but the weight standard, he adapted the same of the pagoda, 3-point weight standard. But this is of course the Mughal pattern, because in some of the coins of Tipu Sultan is issued with the Mughal pattern, and some of the coins are issued on the local pattern, that was South Indian pattern. The third coin, I'm just going to show the gold coins. Here is a gold coins. This coin is issued by Hyder Ali, but his name is not mentioned anywhere. This coin is mentioned about the name of Shah Alam II, Mughal emperor. All the princely estate, East India Company, French East India Company, Rajput rulers, Marathas, all of them were issued coins in the beginning in the name of Mughal emperor. White Mughal currency was accepted throughout the country, so people could easily accept it. So that was the reason Hyder Ali had also issued some of the coins on the Mughal pattern in the name of Mughal emperor, that you can see here. One side the Shah Alam II name is there, other side Manus memory. Here again, if anybody can read Hey, you can see there is one letter Hey is there in the, here is the letter Hey. You can see. This is alphabet. That became identification mark for us to identify that this coin belonged to Hyder Ali. Secondly, the mint name is also very important, where it says. We can also see some of the silver coins of Hyder Ali that was issued on the pattern of Mughal tradition. So again Mughal tradition. So first gold coin is a local tradition, Mysore tradition, and then we have Mughal tradition. So he had issued silver coins mainly in the name of Shah Alam II. I just want to make it clear that many of the rulers who had issued coins, princely estate rulers, who issued coins in the name of Mughal emperor. Their currency, even go and see, all the coins there, thousands coins are being kept here. You can see all the coins by princely estate, they issued in the Mughal coins, Mughal rulers. And then here Hyder Ali has also continued the type. Arcot mint was one of the important mint of Arcot. French East India Company had also issued coins in the name of Mughal emperor. He had also issued coins in the name of East India Company has also issued in the name of Mughal emperor. So this is a tradition which was continued. Continued why? Because acceptance among the masses, acceptance among the people. Then we have copper coins. This is very interesting coin. This coins of is a copper coins of Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali had also issued in the similar local pattern. No changes except a small changes. This is a coin tradition which was prevalent all over Karnataka, particularly in the Mysore region and Balong region. They used to write Kannada numerals on the coins. One side zigzag, other side Kannada numeral. You can see the coins with, I think, Mr. Prashant, he has got this type of coins. But here what he made the change. Instead of writing date in Kannada, he has started writing date in the Persian script. So 222 he has given. Here there are 2 is written. In Arabic or Urdu and Persian, 2 is written in that. So in the top you can see 2 is written. 222. 222 is a term which is very common word, which is based for the alphabet for Hyder. Instead of calling Hyder, they used to call 222. Why 22? I just want to make it clear. There is a system in Arabic language that each and every letter has some number. 1, 2, 200, 300. So if you, that you do always Muslims say 786. 786 is very common because this is not 786 simple letter, but Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah who is most merciful. So instead of writing full legend, they started writing 786. Hyder what did, instead of writing Hyder, he simply write 222, 222. So 222 will come Hyder. Like in the name of Allah, 786 come, similarly happened with this thing. So it's a new tradition introduced by Hyder Ali. It was not known to India for a long period. Later on discussion was taken place and then people were in position that this 222 indicate Hyder. Earlier we were not knowing what is the 222. Now we know what is 222 means. Okay? So this is Hyder Ali's coin. Coming to Tipu Sultan. Why Tippu is very important as far as coinage is concerned. I said 18th century, the period when the Mughal tradition was followed by all the rulers. But Tippu was the only ruler in India who has not accepted the Mughal tradition of the coinage. His father accepted, but he has not accepted Mughal tradition at all. He introduced his own style of coinage system, his own terms and condition, what I am going to write, nothing to do with the Mughals. We'll do everything. Either we'll take the things from the Mysore local style or some other person, but not Mughal style. That was one important challenge which Tippu has taken from the Mughal. He did one thing, except to adapt to the Persian. Only thing that he issued coins in the Persian inscription. The one thing is the coins were issued in the Persian inscription. Tippu made changes in the both metrology, weight standard, as well as the coin legend. It was not only that the coin legend was not changed, coin legend was changed, as well as the weight standard was also changed. Then we have never used to name. Third point, you should remember, Tippu has never used his name on the coins. He has written his father's name, initial of his father, but not his own name. Not a single coin has been reported so far where you can write Tipu Sultan. No. Not a single coin. We are attributing Tipu Sultan coins on the basis of date, on the basis of other points, but not on the basis of name. Many of the rulers started writing their name, but he has not written the name anywhere on the coins. His father's initial has been given, but not his name. The next point, which about Tippu, when you discuss Tipu Sultan, 2 points needs to be understood. One is the dating system, another is nomenclature, name of the coins. Dating system is a very important, relevant information for the coinage of medieval India. In medieval period coinage, right from the Delhi Sultanate, prior to that Mahmud Ghazni and all that, they introduced a new concept that was introducing the date on the coins. Earlier, the first reference of date in India has been seen in the Western Chhatrap. That was first century AD in the Gujarat region and all that region, where for the first time date was introduced on Indian coin in Brahmi. But it was not continued. Only one ruler who had issued coins with date. But in medieval period, it became a common feature. It became a tradition to write date on the coins. You know, very important thing you try to understand why we have been studying numismatics. It's not that we are here just for selling and all that. Your day, you are collecting a data. Yes, these data are the government of India's data. These data which you are is a scholar data. On the basis of your information, we are in position to write the history of our period. So numismatic for you is for getting money and all that. For me, it is not money. For me, it is the history. I'm going to interpret the history on the basis of the coins. That is the main important point which I'm going to discuss with you. Here is too important is the dating system. So the coins, the earliest dating system in Indian coins was in Brahmi dating system. Brahmi is the earliest script of India, and Brahmi is the mother of all Indian script, either Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi, whatever you said, everything is started from Brahmi. That was the call we call mother of all Indian script is Brahmi. So Brahmi date is appearing for the first time, but it was not continued. Inscription continued, but dating system was had finished. They introduced a new tradition that was the date on the coins, and that date is appearing in the Hijri calendar. Hijri is the Islamic calendar, the Muslim calendar. They started giving date on the Hijri calendar. So another important point which you need to know. So Hijri date became very common in Indian coins. And this tradition was either it was Delhi Sultanate or Mughal, all of them have issued date on this pattern. When come to the Akbar's period, there is a change in Akbar's period. Akbar has made important change in the dating system. He discarded the Hijri date from the coins or introduced his own era, own dating system. That dating system is known as Ilahi calendar, which Akbar introduced. Tipu made another important change. That is one important thing, that is he made Mauludi calendar, Mauludi era. So his coinage was introduced till in the beginning, 4 or 5 years, it was in Hijri calendar, but later on he introduced Mauludi calendar. So when you say calendar, you have to give two answers. When the calendar begins, whether it's solar or it's lunar, what is the beginning of your calendar? So when you talk about the Hijri calendar, we call 622 is the beginning of Hijri calendar. So why 622? 622 is Islamic history, is very important because Prophet Muhammad he migrated from Makkah to Medina. So that period is 622 and became very relevant for us. So they started introducing Hijri calendar. Tipu said, I am also going to introduce a new calendar, but that will begin not with the migration of Prophet, but the birth of Prophet Muhammad. That was 571. 570 or 71, whatever date you want to fix. So 571 was the date. He fixed my calendar's date will begin from this period. And the Adhik marks he has taken from the Karnataka calendar. Adhik marks, when in every year there are some Adhik marks, he has taken from the local tradition of the Karnataka, Mysore calendar. Lunar calendar. So this is the two important things. So one is the dating system of Tipu Sultan, which I am going to show you. The second is gold and silver, where he has given the name of the coins. Each coins have been given some name. If you have a gold coins of 14 gram, it has different name. If you have a 3.5 gram weight standard, it has a different weight standard name. So silver, copper. So what was the name he has given? That I am also going. His silver and gold coins were named after the Prophet Muhammad and Caliph and Imam of Shia. Three things is there. While when you talk about the copper coins, his copper coins were named after the planet. Jupiter, Mars, Venus. These are the names which he has given for his copper coins. The star. These are the names which he has given for his copper coins. These two important things which I am going to discuss with you here in the next slide. You can just see what is the term he has used. Weight standard is a pagoda is 3.5 gram is standard. So some of the coin was issued with 3.6 gram, 13.60. We call it 4 pagoda. So 4 pagoda coins was termed as a Ahmadi. Why Ahmadi? Ahmad is also a name of Prophet Muhammad, so he called Ahmadi. And the highest weight, and this weight is again in the local tradition, there was a Mysore tradition. 3.5 weight standard is a pagoda weight standard. That was from Vijayanagar period onwards, and that continued in this region. Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, both of them followed the same tradition. So some of the coins were issued with 14 gram. 14 gram is not a Mughal weight standard. Mughal is at 11 gram weight standard. Then some of the coins was 2 pagoda. That was double pagoda. 7 gram or 6.8 gram is 6.8 gram. That was known as Siddiqui. Siddiqui is the first caliph of Islam. So his name is coming as a Siddiqui. Then Faruqi is a pagoda, that was a Umar Farooq. They all are the caliph, the important personality of Islamic world, Islamic mythology. So their names are coming on the coins. So 1 point. Then for silver coins, he has started giving another important, if you study coins or numismatic inscription, you find a lot of information which has never been studied in different manner. You see, entire thing is being discussed, the concept of Shiaism, concept of Sunni. There are in Islam, there are Shia and Sunni. You find some of the inscription which reflect the king's faith in Shiaism. Some of the rulers, their faith in Sunni faith, that is reflected. Tipu's coins are reflected both Sunni and Shia. That was the reason he had issued his silver coin with the name of the Imam. That was Haidari, Imami, Abedi, Bakari, Jafri. These are the Imam of Shia. So their name, Shia Imam. So yes, he was Sunni, but he has written the name, inscribed the name of the Shia Imam on the coin. He has given the term. Like my double rupee is called Hyder. Hyder Ali is Hyder Ali. Ali the. Then we have Imam sense. Then Bakri. Then we have all. This is the thing, a quarter and one. You can just see how things are going on. I mean, this is the second point. Here is the coins. You can have a look of the coins. This is Siddiqui coin. Siddiqui is a coin, which I said. Here, it's not only it's written Siddiqui. I'm calling because it's written Siddiqui. Then, next coin you can say Faruqi. I said Faruqi. Here you can see Faruqi is written. Faruqi is Umar Farooq, one of the caliph of Islam. Then this is without the name here, Patan and his father, he is there, you can say. Again, Patan means with the name of his father. Another important point which is here is, again, this is a silver coins, Nagar mint. Then this is the silver coins, Tipu Sultan. Again from Patan mint, this is from Patan. This is a Bakri. Bakri is a Imam Bakr, a small coin that was roughly 1/8 of the coin. That was Bakri. I am coming to the coins of Hyder Ali, Tipu Sultan in copper metal. What is interesting to understand about the copper coins? Not much has been written on the coins. Elephant is the most common tradition in South India, particularly this region. You see the coins of Ganga, you see the many of the coins. Elephant has been found. Tipu has also issued coins with elephant. Copper coins of Hyder Tipu will not find without elephant. One side elephant has been depicted in different postures. Sometimes trunk is up, sometimes trunk is down. Different posture can be seen, but elephant is there on the one side. Other side is some mint name, very small legend, not much has been written. Here it is written Usmani Patan, Darul Sultanat. Darul Sultanat means capital. The capital is Darul Sultanat. Patan is Seringapatam. Seringapatam is the capital. Usmani is the name which he has given for his double paisa. Here you can see the coins of Usmani. Another thing, Mauludi date, which I said he has introduced, in Mauludi, two major changes have been taken. In Urdu or in Arabic or in Persian, numerals is written from left to right, like in English, like in Hindi, like in Kannada, left to right. What Tipu did, He said, no, my numerals will be also written from right to left. Not left to right, right to left. Here you can see if he has to write 1, 1, 11, 2, so he has to write from left to right. This is another point which one who are working on the coins of Tipu Sultan, collecting coins of Tipu Sultan, they should know that there should not be confusion because Mauludi date is always from right to left. This is the one point I want to show. And Mauludi date mention Mauludi. Here it is written Mauludi, then Faiz Hisar. Ek or before that, I just want to say you. This is an interesting coin. This is Mushtari. Mushtari is the Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet. And here is written Mushtari. This coin weight around 24 gram. So he has written Mushtari as a Jupiter. So Jupiter, you can see this coins of Jupiter, you can see. This coin belonged to Tipu Sultan again, elephant in different manner. And then I will show this one. Zohra is written. Zohra is a term for his Mars. That is there on the coins. So Zohra, then we have Mushtari, then we have all these 3-4 names have been written in this, and that is there on the coins of Tipu Sultan. You know, other point which we wanted to discuss with you, so my question, my intention was what to understand, make you understand. These rulers, Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali, which we discussed, they have not followed in total the Mughal tradition of coinage. This is the one nutshell I just wanted to make it. Mughal tradition was a very popular tradition of 18th century. Throughout the country, most of the rulers were issuing coins in the name of Mughal. Most of the rulers, not all them. And this tradition continued for a long period till 1857, in fact. But these two rulers have not adopted the Mughal tradition as, except one or two examples you can give for the Hyder Ali coins. Otherwise, Tippu has not adopted. This is the one conclusion which I wanted to make. So one is very clear, they have not adopted the Mughal. The second point, they introduced their own style. They followed the local tradition. The local tradition means Karnataka tradition or Mysore tradition was followed. Secondly, so coming to the next dynasty, which is very relevant here to understand, what is Asaf Jahi dynasty? Who was Asaf Jahi? You know, when you call Nizam of Hyderabad, that is the dynasty's name was called Asaf Jahi. We generally call Nizam of Hyderabad, but this is the term, is the Asaf Jahi dynasty, and this dynasty was established in 1724 by Kamaruddin Khan. He was one of the governor of Mughal, but when Mughal started disintegrating, he declared himself independent. As he thought the ruler is not strong enough to control, everything is going on bad shape. So many of the rulers started becoming independent. He also became independent in the region of Deccan, particularly Maharashtra part, Aurangabad and all that, then Telangana, Andhra, part of Karnataka, Bidar and all that. That was also under his control. It was continued till 1948. First dynasty which we discussed, it was only for 38 years, but this dynasty ruled after 200 years. Why 200 years? Because they were in support of British. They became the follower of British, they became the alliance, they made alliance with the British, so that continued for a long period. 1948, the government of India subjugated Hyderabad, and then Hyderabad became the part of our country, became the independent India. So it was not under the control of Nizam, it became the part of government of India. So our territory, which we call. The second, the ruler of Hyderabad, or ruler of Asaf Jahi was termed as Nizam. Nizam is a term for the king. Either you are king की जगह पर आप निज़ाम कह सकते हैं, so Nizam was a term for the king. And then Usman Ali Khan was the last. First was Kamaruddin Khan. Usman Ali Khan was the last ruler जिसके पीरियड में कैप्चर किया गया था और उसको लिखा गया था. ठीक, अब ये आपका हिस्ट्री हो गया. These are the 7 Nizam. The dynasty was ruled by 7 Nizam. इसीलिए sometime they call the Nizam second, Nizam 2, Nizam 3, Nizam 7. So this is a third point which I wanted to discuss with you. Then Nizam of Hyderabad has issued their coins in gold, silver and copper. The first thing is that they issued coins in all three metal, like Hyder Ali had issued, like Tipu Sultan had issued, so they also continued. Their coins were initially issued on the pattern of Mughal. Mughal tradition ko as it is, they continue the Mughal tradition. Whatever tradition Mughal were following, the name of coins is issued in the name of Mughal Emperor, Akbar II, Shah Alam II, mainly Akbar II, coins were issued. Later on, in the time of Afzal-ud-Dawla, they decided that we should have their own title on the coin. Pattern will be the Mughal, but we will not write the name of Mughal. So what we will write? We will write the title of my own grandfather, great-grandfather, Asaf Jahi Nizamul Bahadur. This is a title which Mughal has given to Kamaluddin Khan. This tradition, this title became common on the coins. That his title is Asaf Jahi Nizamul Bahadur. This is a 4 word. And this word became common for the coins of Asaf Jahi. Right from Abdul Dawla to last king, all these rulers were having the same title. They were not writing their name, Usman Ali Khan, Mehboob Ali Khan, no. But how we identify, I'm coming to that also. So the first thing. So one side, legend was fixed for Asaf Jahi Nizamul Bahadur Sana, and other side, Manus, Memnamad, Julus, Zarab, Farkhunda Bunyad, Hyderabad. This was 4-5 words on the both the side, but became the common for the coinage tradition of Hyderabad. And this legend continued till 1947. Till 1947 they continued this, till Government of India captured them and then finally. The second point which I want to discuss is, Nizam did not mention their name, however inscribed one important thing. Asaf Jahi Nizam al-Mulk is written, but they don't mention their name on the coins. Like Hyder Ali, they also do one thing, they introduce their initial first letter of their name. Mehboob Ali Khan, M for Mehboob. Usman Ali Khan, Ain, that is O. Is similarly Afzal-ud-Dawla, Alif. So all these rulers, they started giving the first name, first letter on their coins. That was Usman Ali, what was the name? Hyderabad was the first Indian state who established a machine stacking mint. Another important point I wanted to make is, they have not only made this thing, but they introduced the machine stacking coin system. Mehboob Ali Khan was the man who established his own machine stacking coin system. And he was the first Indian ruler who established mint in India. Otherwise, British were the first who brought the thing in Calcutta and Bombay. It came earlier. But among Indian rulers, we talk, Hyderabad Nizam was the first who established his mint. And 1947, when we got the independence, the same mint was taken by Government of India, and that was still continuing. Of course, now many modifications have been made. Now they have shifted also from there. The old building is no more working there. So new building, they have got it. So this is the second point, that was Hyderabad was the first Indian state who established a mint in the name of mint taken by the Government of India. Then we have these are the things. You can have a look of the coins. The earliest stage coinage where Mughal names is there, you can see the coins of Mughal. They have written Farkhunda Bunyad. Here I can just show you this mark. You just see, this mark is very important to identify the coins of Hyder Ali, to Hyderabad Nizam. And then we have another coins, Afzal-ud-Dawla. This style became the common of Hyderabad Nizam, where 92 is written on the top, Asaf Jahi Nizamul Bahadur is written, then Julus, Manus, which I said, this is the legend which is coming on the coins. Here you can see Alif is there. On the basis of Alif, we can attribute this coin to Afzal-ud-Dawla. Apart from that, they have also written date on the coins. So date is also, Hijri date is also helpful to attribute the coin. If that, but sometimes you don't remember the exact date of Hijri. So Alif became easy for you to identify that this coin belongs to Afzal-ud-Dawla. And then here again I want to say 92 is also there, very clearly, those who can read. 92 is again the same period, same thing, which is based on the abjad system, like 786, like 222. Here 92 means Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. So 92 later, 4 later, Meme, He, Meme, Dal. And if you add for Muhammad, it will be 92. So for example, your name is Rakesh, example. So I can say what is the number of R, what is Alif, and that you can give the number. For any name, Rakesh, Mala, Sheila, whatever name you can come in, you can just give. So similarly, 92 is for Muhammad, so that was the reason why 92 is appearing. So there should not be any confusion. Here you can have a look of the coins of Hyder Ali, the coins of Nizam of Hyder, Mehboob Ali Khan, similar pattern. Mehboob Ali Khan's silver coins, Mehboob Ali Khan's coins in a different things. That was rupee, half rupee, quarter rupee. So that was also there. Now coming to a new tradition. Now machine. Machine introduction was a new thing in Indian context particularly. It was not so popular in India. So he introduced machine in 1890 or 1892. That was the very last 19th century was the period when machine taking coin system was introduced. Here, but the inscription was not changed. Asaf Jahi, Nizamul-Bahadur on the one side, Manus, Julus, whatever the inscription was in the machine, handmade, the same inscription was produced here on the coins also. Then we have another coins. Here you can see Charminar on the coins. Charminar became a very common tradition on the issuing coins of Hyder Ali. And this tradition is mainly on silver coins and copper coins, silver and gold coin, not in copper coins. Here Charminar, and in the bottom you can see those who can meme. This at the gate it is meme is written. Meme is Mehboob Ali Khan. Similarly, if An is there, Usman Ali Khan. So the two ruler, Mehboob Ali Khan and Usman Ali Khan, had issued coins in machine striking coins. Prior to that, we were not having machine striking coins, only two ruler, Mehboob Ali Khan and Usman Ali Khan. So here you can see. Again, this is a style called calligraphy, Tughlai style of calligraphy. You can see the Tughlai style of calligraphy, Mehboob Ali Khan coins, but written in this in thing. You can also have a look of the coins of Usman Ali Khan coins again. Here An is there. Those who can read Arabic or Urdu or Farsi, they can read An very clear. Only change is, now another important thing, earlier we were not having denomination written on the coins. Once machine coins started, they started writing Ek Asharfi, Aath Ana, Char Ana, Ek Ana, whatever. Earlier we were not having this thing. Now Yak Asharfi is written. Asharfi is the gold coins. Rupiah is the silver coin. Asharfi is the here gold coins is written on the coins. You can also see Nimana. Here it is written half Ana. Nimana means half Ana. You can also have a look of the coins of. They have also issued coins where in English, Hindi, Telugu, and Urdu is written on the coins. This type of coins. This was in British period coins. So British were issuing their own coinage tradition. Asaf Jahi, Nizam, Hyderabad were issuing their own coinage tradition. Their coins were very much circulation in Hyderabad region or Andhra region, Telangana region, and part of Karnataka also, with their region and all that. That was also there. And then this is the final. This was about the coinage which I said. All the coins were just a picture I have just shown to you. And these are the acknowledgement people who has contributed to it. Well, what is very interesting to note it here that I'll be happy if you can interact with me in a question. If you can ask me a question, I'll be very happy to answer your question because that will be more interactive session for your understanding. Any question from anybody is welcome from my side. And thank you very much. This was the things I wanted to know. Did you publish any? Not published so far. The one book was published. Yes, that you have got. Yes, that was 2009. I have written one book on coins of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. That was a typological study. You know why typology is very important? Because you do not consider yourself only for the coinage that I'm going to read and sell it. No, this is not for that. This coinage tradition is for making the history. So my understanding is those who are good in typology, they can interpret the history. Unless you understand typology, you will not able to interpret the things. So you have to have a master. The first criteria for any student becoming a good student, you have to have a mastery on the typology. Unless you have typology, master in typology, you will not be able to interpret it. Because our job is to interpret. हमारा काम ही इंटरप्रेट करना चीज़ों को. दिस इज अ फैक्ट एंड आई हैव टू इंटरप्रेट इट. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन प्लीज आस्क द क्वेश्चन. दिस विल बी मच बेटर. और एनी कमेंट, एनी सजेशन वन कैन गिव. No. My specialization is in medieval Indian coinage, it's right from the 12th century to 18th century. So this is 18th century. Nowadays I am working in a different aspect. Nowadays I am working on a new topic. That topic is on culture. How culture can be studied with the help of numismatics. I have written a number of articles. Even on 20th, 24th, I am going to speak in Darwin, Australia, on the culture, Indian heritage culture with the help of numismatics. That I am working on that. I also started working on another topic that was the text and numismatics. पर्शियन टेक्स्ट क्या बोल रहा है और हमारा सिक्का क्या बोल रहा है, इस दोनों में बड़ी प्रॉब्लम आती है. हिस्टोरियन जो हैं वो हमारे इतिहास के चीज़ों में क्वाइंस को इम्पोर्टेंस कम देते हैं. क्वाइन वाले क्या करते हैं, इतिहास नहीं पढ़ते हैं, बस क्वाइन को देख लिया, भैया साहब क्वाइन में ऐसा है. मैं अभी एक नए पाथ पर ला रहा हूँ. मैं ये ला रहा हूँ कि आपके लिए दोनों बराबर है, दोनों को पढ़ना है. आपको भी पढ़ना, उनको भी पढ़ना है. अभी BHU ने मुझे बुलाया था एक बार भारत कला भवन में स्पेशल लेक्चर के लिए, तो उसमें मैंने यही चीज़ बताई है कि कैसे आपको दोनों को साथ लेके चलना है. अगर क्योंकि पर्पस क्या है आपका, आप हिस्टोरिकल इन्फॉर्मेशन को शेयर करना चाह रहे हैं ना, यही तो पर्पस है नुमिस्मैटिक्स का. इसको अगर आपको शेयर करना है तो यू हैव टू स्टडी बोथ द थिंग इन द कम्बिनेशन. तभी तो आप इंटरप्रेट कर पाएंगे. और इंटरप्रिटेशन उसी वक्त पॉसिबल है जब तक आपकी स्टडी दोनों साइड की अच्छी हो. आप अगर दोनों साइड की स्टडी किए हुए हैं, तो मैंने क्या किया है कि 3-4 टेक्स्ट पर काम किया है. अबुल फजल के आयन अकबरी पर किया है, तारीख़ फ़िरोज़ शाही पर काम किया, ठक्कर फेरू की किताब दरब परीक्षा पर किया है. जैन जो ठक्कर फेरू जो ही वजह जैन ही वजह ठक्कर फेरू, सो उसकी किताब दरब परीक्षा, वो क्या बात बोल रहा है अपनी किताब में, अपने बमसा में, और ये लोग क्या कह रहे हैं, क्या मैच है क्या. इसको अभी हम आजकल उस पर काम कर रहे हैं, उसको तवज्जो दे रहे हैं. Which? Indus. अच्छा, Henderson. So there's 2-3 important books are there. Henderson is one of the important author who has worked on the coins of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. And after that, after Henderson, my book comes. After Henderson was is a good writer. After that, but my book was became very easy, become very friendly, reader friendly. So anybody can read it and we can understand. Henderson was not that good in the as far presentation is concerned. My presentation is better than Henderson. Though he was a good researcher, I am not saying that he, but my presentation was different, easy, and people could easily accept it. Any other, please? Yeah, you have got the book. Yes, thank you. Yes. My book is, please.
I have a small doubt, but not related to Hyder Ali or Nizam coins. I have a doubt about the size of the coins that were issued earlier. So I've seen few coins which are less than 1 centimeter, like 5 mm, 6 mm. In those days, very olden period, was it easy to circulate that small coins without losing them? Or was there any specific intention to design them in such a small size?
No, that is a very important. Right from the beginning, we talk about the mashak. We have the small coinage, Funam and all that. That was our coinage tradition that continued. But try to understand one thing. If you have a small mashak, you have a Funam of less than half or quarter gram. Why? Because even that small metal had a purchasing capacity of lot of things. So it was not that easy. Everybody can go and 5 gram or 10 gram gold was very much. So even less than 1 gram coins was more than enough to purchase your things and all that. So that was the reason they continued. So coinage was issued and that is proved right from the beginning, even later on. In modern period, if you want to say that what Funam is one of the important reasons that we can see, a smaller coins were very important. That was the reason why Funam is not in copper. You don't find a smaller copper coin. You generally found gold coins or silver coins on the markets.
But wasn't that difficult to store them or carry?
Oh, that of course, that was difficult. Of course, they must be having something to keep in their thing. Of course, but that is even we also lost some of the thing. But that does not mean you have a big coin, you will not lose it.
Okay.
But of course, they must be have some mechanism for that, how to keep it. Of course, this is a very important, relevant question. If even you are keeping in the pocket, you will not able to find it where it is here.
True.
But that is a different point. But that was a point. But your query will, of course, you have to go in deeper to deeper how they used to keep in the things.
Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you. Anything else? Please.
Yeah. Hello, sir. So how was the value of these coins determined? Like there were different kingdoms, and when they used to engage in trade, and sometimes trade with the colonial powers and with other kingdoms, was it the metal value or how was it?
Very good question. You know, when you talk about the value, try to understand one basic information. One is that today currency system is based on face value. Means Government of India has given us 500 rupees, we accept 500 rupees. Government of India said this is 200 rupees, we are accepting. So we are not accepting any money from you, we believe in Government of India and accepting it on the basis of, we call face value. In ancient period or in medieval period or even prior to independence, even British went into this, there was no concept. They have a concept of intrinsic value. Intrinsic value means value of the metal and weight of the metal. For example, you have a gold coins of 10 gram and I have a gold coins of 5 gram. Definitely you have more money than me. That's okay. So that was the reason why international trade was going on. People are coming from Rome, bringing their own coins in India, purchasing things and going. Because we were accepting their money on the basis of the intrinsic value of the metal. So that was the basic reason for understanding for any type, either it is Mughal or prior to Mughal or after Mughal. So that was intrinsic value. That was the reason why.
Thank you.
Any other question? Any other question? You want to? Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Mr. Prashant Seth. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It was a very, very interesting subject. On behalf of Falcon Coin Gallery and on behalf of Bangalore Coin Exhibition and on behalf of myself, I thank you very much. And a small thank you, sir.